What's up, you guys? So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about Facebook Meta. And we're also going to be talking about the stock market. Why are we seeing companies smash earnings, but then their stock drops? But before we get started, you guys, if you wouldn't mind just hitting that like button, that helps tremendously. And as always, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Okay, you guys, so Meta Facebook released earnings yesterday evening. And if this exact same earnings report was released in 2020 or 2021, that stock would have shot straight to the moon. They released their earnings report around 5:30 p.m. after the stock market closed, and in aftermarket trading, that stock dropped like a rock straight to the ocean seafloor. So why is this happening? How can a company release such a good earnings report, but then the stock just drops? What is going on in this market? Is the market just getting it wrong? Should Facebook stock actually be worth way more today? So in this video, I'm going to explain the reason why. So yes, Facebook stock did crush earnings. They actually beat expectations, believe it or not. And in 2020 and 2021, the year of the printer, when the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, was just printing infinite amounts of money, really any small, tiny bit of good news would just shoot straight up. So if the year was 2020 and Facebook releases this exact same earnings report, I mean, their stock probably would have doubled. So why is it not doubling today? One word: Facebook's guidance. You see, there's this fancy word that they use when they release these earnings reports called guidance. And what guidance does is it essentially forecasts what they think the company is going to look like for next quarter and throughout the year. Well, Facebook's guidance had two bad things. They mentioned that a lot of users are going to TikTok, or they prefer Reels, so short form videos. And we all know that Facebook doesn't have the best reputation for people in general. You know, they're always selling your data, they're always doing crazy things and getting in trouble by the government. Okay, so that's reason number one. Now, reason number two is very interesting. You see, Facebook mentioned that they're getting hit by inflation. But one would think, how can Facebook, they're just a digital company, how can they be hurt by inflation? It's not like they're a Tesla where they're taking all these raw materials in and those raw material prices are going up. No, it's different. You see, Facebook is an ad company. So an advertising company depends on other companies running ads on their platform. Well, all of these companies are scaling back their advertising budgets due to inflation. They say inflation is hurting their business negatively, so they no longer have as big of budgets to advertise on the Facebook platform. And Facebook is saying that essentially this is gonna get worse. So I don't think this is playing out as very transitory when businesses are putting their money where their mouth is. And almost every single company in their earnings report has cited inflation as a major concern. It's kind of freaky how all the guidance reports look almost exactly the same for every company across the board. Everyone is citing inflation pressures are going up and they're not easing. So the cure to all this, of course, is, well, it would have been nice if Jerome Powell and the money printing Fed would have scaled back a little bit in 2020 and 2021. And it would have been nice if they could be ahead of the curve and stop their bond purchasing program 8-10 months ago, as well as they should have raised 6 months ago. What are they doing now? So we know that the next Fed fund hike rate is scheduled for March 16th. So make sure to mark your calendar for that date. And we know that their bond purchasing program ends in March as well. And they've also cited that in the near future, they're going to start running off their balance sheet. So 2022 could be the year of the vacuum. And I hate to say it, but this is an unfortunate truth that might happen in 2022. Due to inflation and salaries going up, and salaries being one of companies' biggest expenses, we could see mass layoffs. Unfortunately, I have to say that, but it's true. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay, you guys, that's all I've got for today. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm dropping videos daily. So for everything money, I'll see you in the next one.